Yo, what up? It's 929 WDUP, New London's home of timeless hip hop and R&B. We have a special guest on the phone lines, man. The multi-talented, the beautiful Brooke Lynne from YNVS, man. What's happening?
Chilling, working as always.
Yeah. So, you got the new record fresh. You got the new LP Saucy. Tell everybody about it real quick.
Okay, well, Saucy, that's my brand new LP. We just dropped that January 12th. Shout out Empire Distribution. It's on all digital platforms right now. And, basically, I would like to say it's more of a musical experience versus just, a collection of records. I really wanted to give my listeners, my audience, my fans, my supporters, something that they could really live with and live in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's a combination of, like, when I was writing the records and making the music, I wanted to touch on different levels of being saucy, and I feel like each record in its own way definitely represents each level,
Right.
And in regards to the song Fresh, that was produced by my boy Cover, shout out COD Music. We didn't even know what to name that record. So Cover was actually the one that came up with the record, just with the name of it, because it was just so different.
Yeah.
He was like, there's nothing else you could really call it but Fresh.
Just keep it simple. So, how many tracks on the LP?
7.
And
Yeah.
You got any features or anything?
Oh yeah, we got Victor Mack on there. I actually wanted to give him kind of my condolences on the air right now. His father passed away today. I just found out literally minutes ago.
Oh wow.
So yeah. And Prince Polygamy is on the project as well. We've got Judah Fire. I believe those are the only 3 features on there right now. But the beats, shout out to my boy Cover, of course, Nails Beats down in Atlanta. And Hero God in Jersey, and Victor Mack also produced one of the records on there as well.
All right, for those who may just be catching on to you right now, like how long you've been doing this, and like how many projects you got in the past that anybody want to go back and check your history and see what you about.
Well, I mean, what's crazy? I was literally just thinking about this the other day, and I was taken back. I've been really professionally doing this for real, for almost 10 years.
Man.
I have a total of 4 solo projects that I've put out, 4 bodies of work, 2 mixtapes and 2 LPs. And prior to that, I had released a collaborative mixtape with one of my homegirls. I don't even think she makes music anymore. But I've been doing this for a minute. Before that, I was into, I went to school for musical theater in college. Shout out Santa Monica College and Hofstra University.
Man, you polished out here, all right?
Yeah, man. And I studied classical music and jazz music as well, all the way from elementary until, I guess college, really.
Wow. Man, so you on your job for real. So, what were some of your biggest obstacles you had to overcome, during the whole process?
During the whole process, really, I guess it would have to be trying to find a balance between real life and doing my career, my passion, and being a mom, of course. Once that got thrown in the mix, that just almost turned my whole world upside down.
Right.
But, of course, my son, he's a blessing. Shout out my son Elijah. I feel like he kind of provided that sense of clarity I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I was able to focus now. All right, I have a goal. I know what it is I'm trying to get. And I think that kind of made the picture clear for me.
Okay. So, again, for those who may not be up on you or just learning about you, describe yourself as an artist. What's your style? What are some of your influences and things of that nature?
Okay, so I'm kind of going through this thing now, right, where I'm listening to what other people have to say. Because, when I say, what I feel, some people, they're like, oh, really? That's what you think? I think I'm somewhere between, like, a Left Eye and a Missy Elliott.
That's dope.
But then I did an interview the other day on Flow Empire Network, shout them out or whatever. They compared me to A Boogie.
Oh, I saw that clip on your IG. Yeah. I peeped that.
Yeah, right. They compared me to A Boogie. And I get different comparisons all the time. Sometimes I'll be compared to Nicki, of course.
Yeah.
Rihanna. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. Kehlani, you know, because I do the singing and the rapping.
Yeah.
Together.
So yo, what's your
kind
thoughts?
Those people for a loop. They don't know what possibility is.
So yo, what's your thoughts on the current state of the game for female artists such as yourself? You know, you see artists blowing up. You got Cardi blowing up, Nicki, Ben Blue. You know what I mean? Other artists. You got Rhapsody out there getting nominated for Grammys. Like, you know, what's your thoughts on the whole female genre? You think they got a chance to actually plant their flag and actually hold it down?
Most definitely, and I feel like, you know, if women, female MCs, female artists don't take advantage, you know, we might miss our moment.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, a lot of females in the game, they're so focused on can't be better than me, or I did this first, or you know,
yeah.
It's like a whole bunch of egotistical nonsense that typically takes place. That where there's supposed to be unity,
right,
there isn't. And everybody already knows there's power in numbers. If we will all come together and start doing features, just like how these dudes be doing it. We do collabs with any female up and coming, established, that like, then it would just a real takeover.
Yeah, I hear that. But yo, what separates you from the pack? You know, you said you kind of already alluded to it, like, you know, you kind of view yourself as a Left Eye, Missy vibe, whatever. But like, you know, I just want to ask you what separates you from the pack.
Well, me personally, I feel like my work ethic definitely speaks for itself. I mean, I'm always on the move, even, you know, while being a mom. Like, I'm just always gonna make my schedule work. I'm always gonna find a way to be where I need to be or do what I need to do. And then I'm making music that I don't want to say no one else is, but it's not an overabundance of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still relatively new to the common ear. Like, when you turn on the radio, I mean, for the most part, you pretty much hear a lot of the same things. And I'm not throwing shade at nobody.
I will, because everybody rap like the Migos or Future nowadays, so I'll throw the shade for you.
Exactly. Everybody sounds so similar. Sometimes I don't even know who's who.
Word.
But as soon as you play a Brooklyn record, there's no way for you to get it twisted and think that it's somebody else.
Yeah.
And if you do, I mean, put me on. Put me on. Let me know who I sound like. Maybe I'm wrong.
So, yo, how'd you get linked up with YNVS, man? Shout out the whole team, man. Coney, Shampoo, Disco, Locally Lit, Jay, and all them. You know what I'm saying? How you get linked up with them?
Believe it or not, it was actually an accident. I was at a point in my life where I had already given up on, you know, trying to pursue music as a career.
Oh, wow.
I had my son. He was maybe a year and a half at the time. And I was back in school. And my brother, shout out Ming Bison, he was performing at SOB one night. He was like, sis, I just need you to come through, come show me some love. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. I'll be there. And Conan was actually opening up for Noriega. That was the last day of the tour that he went on with him. And I was just mesmerized by his performance. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah, big up Conan.
And then I guess it was just something about my energy. You know, we ended up exchanging Instagrams or whatever, because, you know, I don't give my number out. I don't do that. We exchanged Instagrams. And, you know, pretty much we got to work not too long after that. I mean, it was an accident even then. We were in my whip. I'll never forget. We was on our way to PNC Radio, Shampoo show, the Chop Shop show. And my phone, like, the playlist started playing out of nowhere, and it was one of my older records. And he was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, turn it down. Don't worry about it. It's old, please." And he's like, "Nah, you bugging. You got flow. This is crazy. How you was never gonna tell me, blah blah blah." And then that was pretty much it. I couldn't, even if I didn't want to, for real, he wasn't gonna let me just waste my like that.
Yeah, and you know, you're a triple threat. You rap, you sing, and I hear you're a songwriter. You know, have you written any records for any other artists?
I'm sorry, say that last part again.
I'm sorry. Now, have you written any records for any other artists? Hearing that you're a songwriter.
I mean, I guess for credits, no.
Okay.
But I've definitely had those moments in the studio. You know, just random moments in the studio where you vibe with somebody else might be making a record, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, here, start it off with this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. So, you mentioned radio. I hear you're a radio show host as well. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes, I am. Godridge Radio on iAccess Radio. Every Thursday from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
You can check, our last episode did very well. We did some great numbers. We've been doing this domestic violence awareness campaign. And we actually had the young lady, Tony Lopez, that passed away in Crown Heights.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the story, but maybe you can school us to it.
Well, she was murdered by her significant other. And we had her mother come up to the show, and I wasn't even aware of this, but we were one of the only 2 interviews that she actually gave publicly. I didn't even know that until I bumped into somebody else, and they were like, "Yo, that's so crazy! Like, she was really on your show."
Man.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Hey, give the scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that episode in particular to touch so many people. Like, the phone line was crazy.
They
like,
lit
from
up.
the time we turned the computer on to the time we turned it off, I'm like, for real, like, when are we going to talk on the show?
Man. So, yo, what's some of the other topics you discuss on your show?
Well, we basically geared towards, like, up-and-coming artists, brands in general. So we'll touch on fashion, say if somebody has a sunglasses line, or hairstylist, or producer, or, pretty much anyone that's up and coming and is really trying to get their voice heard, really trying to, expose themselves. We bring them up on the show, and we basically try to give our listeners that chilling on the couch type of vibe.
Right.
When we vibe with the guests,
Yeah, that's the best
so it
type.
seems like, you're just having a regular conversation. You're just picking their brain,
Yeah, definitely. So, yo, I also see that I did my homework, you know what I'm saying, before we got this interview going. You know what I mean? But I hear you're a published author as well?
Yes, I am.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I published my first book. It's called Nameless. It's a romance novel. And okay. Are you familiar with Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, I remember that story. Or something like
that.
So
I actually ended up, really going to Sleepy Hollow in New York.
That's like upstate New York, right?
I'm sorry?
Oh, that's upstate New York? Like Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And, just being there in the town, I'm a real horror film person. I love horror stories.
Yeah.
So just being there, I wanted to soak up the entire atmosphere. And when I started to do my digging and research while I was there, I started to see how much Native American history there was. So I started to do even more research on my own, really trying to find out the legends and the myths and, just the real history of Sleepy Hollow.
Right.
And with all the information that I came across, I was like, oh my gosh, the people need to know this.
Yeah.
The people need to know this because I never knew this. All these years I've heard about Sleepy Hollow. The tale goes far back as the 1800s.
Yeah.
And they never touched on the Native American history.
Nah.
So me being I really like to read, and I like to read romance, fantasy novels, but I always like to read something where I could take a little bit of knowledge, So I said, all right, I'm going to make the perfect blend to educate the people on, the history of Sleepy Hollow while stimulating their imagination at the same time.
Yeah,
and that's basically what I did.
That's dope. When did you release that book?
I believe it was a year now.
Oh, it's been a year.
Ooh.
All right, for those listening, how would they be able to get it?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon? All right. I know if you mentioned that already. Oh, man, that's dope. I gotta go check that out. I'm into all that supernatural ghost stuff and all that, so I'm with you. You know what I mean? It's scary.
Make sure you take a picture when you get your copy.
I will, got you. And, again, I've been doing my homework. I'm hearing you got some acting chops as well. Like, you was in The Following with Kevin Bacon, and you was on even MTV's Parental Control. Like, how was that?
Oh, you really did your homework.
Yo, big up Eunice, man. Eunice, what up?
Yeah, I was on Parental Control. I was like 18, I think.
Man.
Maybe 17.
I remember the
And
show,
you
but
know
what was the
what's
show really about? Because I remember the show, but I forgot the whole premise of the show.
Basically, okay, so there would be two parents, or sometimes one parent. They were just extremely upset with their son or daughter's significant other, you know, that they were with at the time.
Oh, so you had a wild boyfriend back then or something?
So to go ahead and find a more compatible date for them or whatever, and you would actually watch the son or daughter go on the date with whoever the contestant was, blah, blah, and then they would have to pick out of 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or if they were going to stay with their, you know, with the person they were with already.
I remember that now. Yep, it rings a bell. Yep.
When I was on it, I was actually one of the contestants. And, like, I wasn't even expecting everything to be the way that it was, but I acted such a fool on that show. They had me in a sumo wrestling costume. I was all sorts of faces.
Yo, is that still online? I gotta go back and check that, man. That's on YouTube, or I gotta find it.
You know what's so crazy is that it aired in 2009.
Yeah.
So, and when I was looking for it, I couldn't find it to save my life. And I had completely forgotten about it. I remember I was working at Guess in the Tanger Outlets in Deer Park in Long Island. And there were so many people that kept walking into the store, like, staring at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking something crazy happened. Like one of my eyebrows smudged or my eyelash came off. So, you know, something crazy.
Yeah.
And then one of my coworkers, she came in and she was like, oh my gosh, I saw you on MTV. And I'm like, where? Why? What did I do? I don't know. I completely forgot. And she was like, you were on parental control. I'm like,
man.
oh, that's right, I was on. Hi.
That's crazy. Hello?
I have my...
Oh, I thought I lost you for a minute. Now you good. Nah, no, my bad.
My dad DVR it, but then he forgot to turn it off. Overriding it, and I just could never find it again.
Yo, you might want to try that Fire Stick, man. Get Exodus or something like that, man. They might have some past episodes on there. You know,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because I was trying to go on MTV's website. They didn't have it.
Yeah, man, try the Fire Stick. Might work. So, yo, what was the following? Talk about that experience real quick.
What, I'm sorry, what?
The following with Kevin Bacon. Talk about that real quick.
That was just a lot of walking. A lot of walking down a New York street in Chinatown.
Man.
That's pretty much all it wasn't that, I don't want to say it wasn't that great of an experience.
Okay.
But it was background work, you know?
All right, I've done that, yep.
Yeah, it was interesting, though, to see Kevin Bacon and him be, you know, in work mode and everything. He's definitely, he had a cool spirit, a cool energy. Yep. You know, he wasn't, like, stuck up or anything.
Yeah.
You know, production, everybody was cool.
Yeah, I done background work, too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You got to redo scenes over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I done it. So yeah, I already know exactly what you're talking about. But let's pivot back to the music. You know, I see a lot of your Instagram posts, and I see you rocking the stage. What was the biggest venue you ever rocked?
So far, the biggest venue was Westchester County Center. We opened up, me and Paula opened up for the Rough Riders. That was big. I didn't even understand how big it was until we were, like, literally on the stage. I'm, like, looking out, like, oh, my gosh. That's all people's heads. Okay. Get your help. Okay, Brooke.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that venue could fit 5,000 people, I believe.
Man. That's dope, man. So, what's... Oh, I'm sorry. You still going? You breaking up right now. I'm sorry, Brooke.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, you kind of fading in and out, but we got you.
Okay.
So, let's talk about what's next for Brooke Lynne. What's going on?
Well, right now, we're prepping to shoot the video for Fresh, of course, which will be dropping soon. My last mixtape, I didn't even touch on that. My last mixtape, Dream Alive, we dropped over the summer. We dropped the video for Ease Up not that long ago. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. That was one of the songs on the mixtape, and we're about to drop the video for Machine Gun, which is another song from that mixtape as well.
Man.
And after that, I'm actually coordinating. Are you familiar with MTV Unplugged?
Yeah, yep.
So we're basically doing Saucy Unplugged. And it's going to be, small intimate concerts. We'll be doing it at Smash Studios. We're looking at the end of February.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things I kind of want to give a different experience of the music so that people don't just think, all right, here we're just packaging up some music and putting it up on iTunes and Spotify. Like, understand, like, we really live this. We really take the time to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Like, with one of my singles, like Drowning, for example, most people probably don't think that far into it, but Drowning, like, was one of those records where it was me, Victor Max, Ted Hava, and Boy Judah. We were in the studio. I had actually, my son's father, he had just passed away. And I was basically trying to figure out how to cope.
Right.
I just felt like I was submerged in just so much. It was just a lot.
Yep.
And I remember Victor Max pulled out his laptop. He started messing with the sounds. Like, we literally made that beat together on the spot. And then I started harmonizing over it, and then that became Drowning.
That's dope. I actually just listened to the record for the first time in preparation for this interview. Cause I was just going through, just checking some more of your joints. Cause I remember you said we got a record from you a while back. I think it's like you got the Kylie Jenner record you dropped like a while back. Yeah. So yeah, we've been playing your joint for a minute. You know what I mean? Like your people send it to us, man. We'll throw it on. You need to send it, or you know what I mean? We'll get it on. Yo.
I appreciate you guys. I mean, 92.9. That was the first to play any of my music on the radio.
Yeah, man.
I gave me my first little bit of airtime, so,
Yeah, man. It's nothing but love, man. You know, we support real talent. You know what I'm saying? And before we go, man, anything else you want to say to the people? Give everybody your social media info and all that. How they can catch your music and so on.
Yes, most definitely. You can follow me on all social media, Miss Brooke Hughes. That's MISSBROOKE2U. And make sure you get my new LP Saucy. That's on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, Beatport, pretty much anywhere digital music is sold. And stay tuned for that Saucy Unplugged.
So there you have it, man. Brooke Lynne, YNVS is the label. We about to get into a record fresh. All right? It's 929.